More on this, more analysis on this now. Bring in Moeed Yusuf in the Pakistani city of Lahore. He is the former National Security Advisor of Pakistan and president of Beacon House National University. Thanks very much for being with us. Now, we know the Pakistani Prime Minister has just spoken again on this. So I want to ask you, first of all, what do you take from his latest comments, and in particular, what we heard from them before, that Pakistan would respond, that it would be a corresponding action. Do we know any more about what sort of action that would mean?
Thank you. First of all, yes, the Pakistan National Security Committee, of course, met today, which is the civilian and military leadership of the country. And the message that's come out, I've been part of that body as a National Security Advisor. I can tell you is a very firm one, a very committed one, a very candid one. And the message essentially says that Pakistan reserves the right to choose its own timing to respond to India. That also signals that what Pakistan's done in the last 12 hours in response as self-defense to the Indian aggression may not be it. And we have to see where India goes from here. They've taken multiple irrational decisions. The biggest one being that they thought that they could walk into another nuclear armed country's territory and that country would sit back and let something like that happen. I think that tells you the mindset of the Indian leadership at this point. So I think Pakistan's very, very clear that they are not going to let go if India flexes its muscle in any way to threaten Pakistan again. The other thing you have to understand is just looking at the visuals on your screen. The reporter from India is saying that India is not confirming. What are you showing? You're showing a French aircraft downed. It's as simple as that. The entire world is reporting. So just because you can create a false narrative doesn't mean that it hasn't happened. The Indian Foreign Secretary says...
Sorry, if I could just jump in there for a moment. India is saying... what has been said from the Pakistani side is that several aircraft were shot down, I believe. So, I mean, and they're saying that this is not confirmed. How do you respond to that?
Well, I simply respond by saying they need to count how many lost. They're saying, first of all, they haven't lost. Then somebody put up 3. Then they took that down and said, we can't confirm. Reuters is confirming. New York Times is confirming. They're putting the number down at 3. These planes have been shot down in Indian-controlled territory, right? So Pakistan doesn't have control, but it's irrelevant. Let's say 3. Fine. The point here is, how irrational can a nuclear country be to be attacking another nuclear neighbor and hoping, quote unquote, to win the crisis? What is victory in a nuclear environment? It's just insanity to think like that. And to say that we attacked Pakistan because of terrorism, let me ask this simple question. You've asked the Indian colleague who is there, what's the evidence? You're saying that Pakistan hasn't done anything for 2 weeks. Why should Pakistan do anything when Pakistan has nothing to do with something that's happened in an area that you say, as India, is as normal now? Kashmir, it isn't. There's so much resentment against India, but there's an attack on Pakistan without any evidence. So what is the precedent this country is setting? A country with nuclear weapons can get up, attack another country saying something happened to me. I don't have evidence, but I feel like flexing my muscle. Can I say that if you remove the word Pakistan and replace it with India, the conversation will be that Pakistan is most worried that India is perpetrating terrorism in Pakistan again and again. Just last month, we lost scores of people in a train attack that happened in Balochistan. We didn't declare war on India. That's not how mature countries operate. We have our legal backing. We have our stance. We will go to international fora. Please remember, India is also the country that in the last 2 weeks has unilaterally, illegally suspended a water treaty that provides water to 250 million Pakistanis. It's a World Bank brokered and guaranteed treaty. And international law can go out of the window because India decided we're not going to do it. Their officials are saying we're going to take away the last drop of water from Pakistan. What do you want Pakistan to do? Turkey is a brother country. We are very grateful for the kind of support you've always shown. Even today, I saw the statement of the Turkey Foreign Office. But at the end of the day, you're dealing with insanity in our region. You're dealing with a supremacist ideology that continues to feel that Muslims can be taken to task at will. One of the areas that they've attacked is a mosque. And what are they saying? It's a terrorist compound. You tell me, what do Muslims do in mosques? Do they perpetrate terrorism or do they follow their faith? This is the level of insanity. This is the level of hubris that you are seeing from a nuclear power. I tell you, this is becoming a real danger for this entire region. The mindset of the Indian government is nothing short of fascist.
Okay.
Unfortunately,
just picking up on that concern about the danger in the region, because there has been a lot of concern expressed around the world about this escalation, not just in Turkey, and the fear that this could become a wider war. A lot of people will not disagree with your contention that Pakistan has the right to respond to this attack in some way. But what assurances can you give that this will not escalate into something further?
That's a question that has to go to New Delhi, my friend. The point is, New Delhi initiated an attack. Pakistan responded only in self-defense, proportionately, to make sure that the enemy knows that when you enter my house as a thief, you will get the treatment that a robber gets. And we stopped. Now, what is India's plan? Are they going to continue being irrational? If they are going to escalate this, Pakistan has to respond. If Pakistan feels that we have still not done what is needed to ensure that India understands that this will never happen again, then Pakistan needs to establish that. But we have no interest whatsoever in escalating. We have no interest in an all-out war. We are the maturer party here. Please remember, 3 years ago, India tried the same plane, had a pilot in our custody, and we voluntarily handed them back for India to save face. That's the country Pakistan is. I've told you about Balochistan last month. We haven't declared war on India. In 2021, I was the sitting national security advisor. We get something flashed out of the blue that an accidental missile launch, a capable missile that could carry warheads, had landed in the middle of urban Pakistan. What did India say? No comment for 48 hours. We didn't know whether they declared war. We didn't know whether something else was coming. And then they said, sorry, we made a mistake. This is the country we're dealing with. I think the world must wake up. Whether they have strategic alliances with India in the West, East, doesn't matter. India can continue going their merry way in terms of their economy, whatever they want to do. But if they are going to threaten the region, then the world must understand you're talking of 1/4 of the world's population. No country ever that I know has attacked another nuclear country with zero evidence, despite the world continuing to ask, show us evidence. Every time you ask an Indian right now, they'll say, oh, in the past, this happened and that happened. So the past will justify an attack on a nuclear country. I think we're in serious trouble if that's the precedent the world is letting India get away with.
All right, we'll have to leave it there. Moeed, Yusuf, appreciate your time on TRT World. Thanks very much for being with us.